Can you hear us now?
I restarted the stream, so I might have to refresh. Can you talk?
Can you hear me now?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Like it is peaking when I talk, so.
Yeah, it was doing that before, but now they can actually hear us.
Woo!
I don't know why it's been doing that lately.
It hates us.
It does.
Do you think the Elgato Spectre moved into the mic?
That is... I mean, not a possibility, but totally a possibility.
It would be a very unfortunate possibility.
But it's not even anything... I mean, I didn't touch anything physical. Because I just literally just closed OBS and opened it again. So I was hoping... There was a update for OBS when I opened it today, so I was hoping that was going to fix things.
Right.
But apparently it hasn't.
Well then.
Okay, let's see.
But yeah, so this morning I was like, I'm gonna listen to some Breath of the Wild playthroughs, and it eventually wrapped around to the Champions Ballad DLC, and the first one was Urbosa's. And it's like I had just finished this, but you know what? I'm willing to watch these cutscenes again. And then it just again reminded me, baddest bitch in Hyrule.
I guess I'm trying to remember what exactly happened in her cutscene.
In her flashback, Zelda was like, hey, do you want to be a champion of Hyrule? And Urbosa's like, yeah, I'll do it. And then they're having a walk at night in the desert, and they get attacked by the Yiga clan.
Yeah.
And she fucking wrecks them. Just completely wrecks them. And granted, it's not hard to wreck the Yiga clan.
Right.
But
I don't even know... I still don't know how they're even a threat at all.
they're not. Not gonna lie, I was offended that I couldn't go in the front entrance to get that damn orb.
I actually didn't realize where I was going to get it, so I had just ended up at the back entrance anyway.
Well, I looked at the map, and, you know, Dustin was also telling me how it took him a while to find out where it was, and, like, I was looking at the map, and I realized that there's a part that's water that's up there. And there's only one area that's like that has water, which is right there by the Yiga hideout.
Yeah.
So, like, I go over there, except I was just coming out of the Follow the Lights one. So I'm like, okay, I can just go in the front entrance and then go over to where Koga fell. That was a mistake. You actually cannot.
Oh, really?
You cannot go in the front entrance of the Yiga clan once you activate the Champion's Ballad.
Oh, weird.
Yep. So what I ended up doing was climbing that entire area and then going around.
Because I ended up, like... I was, like, just searching on the map. I'm like, oh, it's about this area. And then I'm like, oh, this is the arena. Oh, there's some people by the door there. Oh, I'm supposed to go in there and get the orb.
Ah. See, that's what I love about this game. You can play it so many different ways.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was this one shrine where Dustin was like, you're cheating, and I'm like, I'm not cheating.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing in this game. Although, not gonna lie, one of Mipha's shrines was pissing me off.
Which one?
The one where you had the ice wall and you had to get the orb. down the puzzle
yeah.
and then into a thing that launches it up and then into...
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was annoying. Like, that was the whole reason why I put down the game.
I think I might have cheated a little bit on that one.
I ended up cheating on that one.
Because I, like, climbed up into the thing and... not sure if that looks right or symmetrical.
It's okay if it doesn't look symmetrical. If anyone's looking that close to my waist, then they're getting smacked with the sword. That is what we call harassment, kids. Do not do that.
Don't harass cosplayers, kids.
Especially those wielding swords.
Especially those wielding swords.
Or tridents.
They'll get wasted if they look at your waist. Get it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything pop up in chat.
Oh, is chat broken now?
I think chat's broken. I don't see anything populating it.
I think we might have the pun filter on.
Ah, I see. I see.
So as long as Basilisk is here, it's just going to be an empty chat.
I see. Well, that sucks for Basilisk.
This is going a little bit better now.
That's good.
Bit tedious. For some reason, though, the Champions Ballad stuff seems a lot more accessible than the Sword Trial. Well, I guess maybe it's because I was trying to do the Sword Trials on Master Mode.
Maybe.
In Champions Ballad, I just did on normal mode.
Maybe. Because, like, I struggled a little bit with King Molduga. But at the same time, like, I felt like it was just a little too easy. The Tremors thing? The Tremors reference? Yeah. In the desert? That thing.
Was it not just a normal Molduga?
No, it was this giant-ass fucking Molduga that took very, very little damage.
Oh. Okay. I guess I didn't have much trouble with it.
But the issue that I was having was I decided to stand on top of the giant-ass rock.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would have to jump down, smack it a few times, and then Rivali's scale back up before it could flip me out of the sand.
I mean, my standard tactic was to wait for it, just like standing on the ground, and then as it came up to chomp me, I Rivali's scale up and then fire arrows down into its mouth.
Oh, see, that's a different tactic than what I do. I throw bombs. Let it eat the bombs, blow up the bombs, and then smack it while it's stunned. And run the fuck away.
Oh, do you want to explain to Oddtrix again what we're working on?
Oh, so I decided...
Or else you might have come in later.
So for everyone who's just
and
joining
also
us...
apparently our mic wasn't working earlier anyway. So.
Yeah, so our mic wasn't working earlier, and Basilisk was the only one in chat for a while, but... for those of you who are just joining us, I am working on an Urbosa cosplay that I decided to make this morning because Urbosa's the baddest bitch in Hyrule, and I'm going to be cosplaying her.
And googly eyes.
And there's googly eyes involved. Much to our executive producer's delight.
Okay, so... Where's that one?
Looks good.
It did go through a little bit.
I think what I'll probably do is have a second piece as a backing to it.
Yeah, I'll try to be a little bit lighter on it.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm working on, guys, which is this little flower pattern for the belt that you see on the artwork there.
One of the belts. She also... I think it might be just a Gerudo thing, having multiple belts.
Yeah, it must be. I had like 4 with Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Shit, where did the other piece go?
On the floor, maybe?
Ah. I must have blown it away.
Ah. How dare you?
How dare her. Indeed. And which piece exactly are you working on right now?
I'm working on the skirt fans.
Skirt fans.
Yeah, so you see that circle thing on her skirt?
Mm-hmm.
And the things that are sticking out on the bottom?
Yeah.
Those.
So what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge with this one?
The shield.
Really? More than any part of the outfit itself?
Yeah, because the rest of the outfit, honestly, the skirt I had pinned to my dress form behind me. This right here. And it was pretty easy when I got it pinned together and then decided where my hem was going to be. That was easy to do, and then all I have to do is do a lining, which is like 10 seconds worth of work. But like, I've made armor before, and I've made swords before. I've made weird-ass swords before, and I'm making Nero's sword before I make this one, so I'll be familiar with stupid curves.
It's probably one of the weirdest swords you've made.
I haven't made it yet.
Well, sure, but...
That I will be making, yes.
But that's probably the weirdest, like, Excalibur and
Excalibur and Clarence are pretty standard, yeah.
Are kind of straightforward, symmetrical for the most part.
Yeah. Nero's, on the other hand, is weird and stupid and jagged, and the balance is going to be completely just... It's going to be bad. The balance is going to be very bad. But at the same time, like, I'm looking forward to making it because it's, like you said, it's going to be different than what I've been making. Mm-hmm. And after making 3 versions of Excalibur and 2 of Clarence, it's like I'm finally ready to move on to other swords. Also, because I want to wait to make a new Clarence so that Matt can have a fight with it, because he's going to fight that sword.
You're already planning on making another Clarence?
Yeah. There are significant improvements that I can make.
I guess that's the plan.
Not in the sword's defense, the other day in Minecraft I made a 61.25 damage sword and named it Clarence, and then promptly murdered Matt with it.
Ah.
Several times.
Uh-huh.
While we were killing the Ender Dragon.
Intentionally?
No.
Okay.
It's an AoE sword.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
How big an AoE?
6 blocks radius in any direction.
It's rather large.
Yeah.
That's significantly sized
Yep.
for Minecraft.
Yep. But yeah, that's why Matt will be fighting Clarence. Aside from the fact that Clarence didn't get him his waifus.
Ah. Yeah, it's definitely the sort of thing you should hold a sword responsible for.
Yep. Apparently Excalibur did. So.
Classless. What was the sword from Harry Potter that they used to kill the basilisk?
Gryffindor's sword? It was just a standard broadsword, I believe. Shiny. Very shiny.
I thought it had like a special name or something.
Nope, the sword of Godric Gryffindor.
Oh, right.
That's all it is. It would have been cool if it was named something.
Yeah, it's been lost to time. Or something.
I think it had a goblin name associated with it.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember Griphook was saying something about how the sword of Godric Gryffindor was stolen from the goblins at some point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have they said any more about the next old story Harry Potter world? Like Fantastic Beasts sequel?
I think it's supposed to come out next year.
Is there any details about what the story is? Or, I mean, we can assume that
it's going to involve Grindelwald.
Right.
And Dumbledore. I think we're gonna get that duel.
So we're gonna see younger Dumbledore?
Yeah, we're gonna see young Dumbledore kicking ass.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I do want to know more about Dumbledore simply because, like, the dude was like 150 when he died. And it's like, sir, how did you... When did you... What is this?
Yeah. Definitely more interested in that than I am Han Solo movie.
Yeah. Although, I saw a trailer for an Obi-Wan movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd be more interested
about his time on Tatooine.
I'd be much more interested in an Obi-Wan story than a Han Solo movie, but even still, I'd probably even more like be interested in some original stories and original characters.
Yeah.
Like Rogue One. Which kind of tied into the main series, but still like.
But still was its own thing.
Its own thing with its own characters.
Yeah, I kind of want something like that's a halfway, between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, because like I want to know more about Luke's Jedi Temple.
Yeah, and I guess like kind of the whole point was that it was supposed to be like a secret. And you kind of find everything that you need to know about it in The Force Awakens, or The Last Jedi.
But even then, it's kind of just like...
He established a Jedi Temple, people brought their kids that were Force sensitive, he fucked it up.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't really need to know much more than that.
No, like, I just want... It's kind of more of just, I want to see younglings doing things. Yeah. Because they're all adorable and precious.
Well, I mean, they've recanonized Thrawn in the cartoon series.
I don't know who that is.
So he's an alien. He has blue skin. He's a Chiss, and back in the extended universe, he was one of the most well-known antagonists. He was a secret admiral of the Emperor, and after the fall of the Empire in the EU, he was kind of the one that picked up the pieces. Mm-hmm. But I've heard that they've re-established him as a character in Rebels.
Huh.
And I don't know much about his role in that show, but...
See, I haven't watched Rebels mainly because, like, there's a whole bunch of these new characters who, like, I don't know anything about them, and that's nice, but at the same time, they're all boring.
Oh, really?
They're all boring. I'm like, you're mini Anakin. You're trying to be Ahsoka, but Ahsoka's standing right there, so you're actually nothing.
Wait, is Ahsoka in Rebels?
She's in there for like 2 episodes. She fights Anakin and then presumably dies.
Oh.
Yeah. Anakin's not happy with her. He's like, you abandoned me, and it's like, honey, stop.
Or even like do some of the stories of Anakin and Obi-Wan between episode 1 and 2?
Oh!
Because there's like a 15-year gap or something.
Yeah, and honestly, the stuff that's happening in the Clone Wars animated is between 2 and 3.
Yeah. But there's another EU book I read called Outbound Flight. Where they pretty much take this vessel out of the galaxy to like see what's like basically an expeditionary flight.
Yeah.
And like they run the risk of getting stranded there and everything, and it's Obi-Wan and Anakin during that time period, and it's just kind of like some more of their shenanigans.
They had some really good shenanigans.
Yeah, they were always a good duo and had really good rapport and
yeah.
I think that one's a little bit better.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, by chance, know where the glue gun is?
No, if it's not in that bin behind you.
There is a glue gun in there.
Not the red one?
No. Oh, it is the red one. Huzzah! Yay. I'm gonna need that later.
Bad things happen to younglings. I mean, we've only really seen one really bad thing happen to younglings.
No, in the Clone Wars, they get trapped.
Oh.
And then they get kidnapped. And then they get attacked some more.
Wow.
But then they learn how to make their lightsabers, and it's really cool.
Oh yeah, that's always really neat. I love that in KOTOR.
Yeah.
When you like make your own lightsaber. Did you ever play any of the KOTOR games?
Mm-mm.
I guess I mean, you hadn't even seen Star Wars
until this last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably some of the best stories in all of Star Wars, honestly.
I'll definitely have to put that on a list of things to play. It's like I definitely want to get more into the extended universe.
Yeah.
Because, like, sure, the Skywalker family drama, those episodes are great.
Yeah.
But...
Well, and that's what's so great about the Old Republic is it's like, this is thousands of years before all that, so we could just do whatever we want and not have to worry about repercussions.
Right.
And they have some really good stories and amazing characters. You deal with like the old Jedi Order and the old Sith Order, and the like even touch on like the ancient Sith, which are like a race of beings.
Mm-hmm. So like that always confused me with because like they expanded a lot on like how the Sith operate and all that stuff in the Clone Wars, and they're like, there's only one apprentice and there's only one master.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, if that's the case, then the fuck do you do when both of them are dead?
Basically, the idea behind the Sith is that you have the apprentice and the master, and the apprentice is only the apprentice until he kills the master, at which point he becomes the new master and gets a new apprentice. And they call it the rule of two.
So stupid. So stupid. The Sith were just as stupid as the Jedi. Okay.
But your apprenticeship is essentially complete when you're able to kill your master. And if you fail to kill your master, then you fail to become a Sith.
Do 8 of these. I mean, okay, sure. I get it. But it's still stupid.
Yeah. So I guess what you described doesn't usually happen. I guess it kind of happens at the end of the Return of the Jedi, which is kind of why you have that.
Well, the whole thing that confuses me with that is that, like, okay, so you have Palpatine pretending to be good.
Yeah.
You've got Dooku pretending to be the Master. And then you've got Ventress as his apprentice, right? And then all of a sudden, Darth Maul shows back up.
I don't know what kind of shit happens in that series.
A lot of shit happens. Darth Maul's involved. He's got a brother that looks exactly like him. He's got spider legs.
Brother also a Sith?
Yes.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
So, like, they come from a race of, like, creatures known as the Night Brothers and the Night Sisters. And that's what Ventress was. And what happens is Palpatine's like, hey, this apprentice of yours is getting really strong. Are you gonna try to use her to kill me? Like, what's going on? What's good, bro? And Dooku's like, no, I'm not trying to kill you or anyone else. I just, she's good. She knows what she's doing. Palpatine is scared shitless of her, so he's like, no, you're gonna kill her. And Dooku's like, well, shit, okay, fine. Leaves her for dead, doesn't actually kill her. And is like, I need a new bodyguard now. So he goes back to the Night Sisters and is like, hey, I need a new bodyguard. Get one for me. But I want a guy this time. Uh-huh. So they go to the other side of that planet, and that's where they find Darth Maul's brother. And then they do some Force shit to him. Make him go a little bit crazy. Teach him how to wield the Force, and turn around and say, nah, you're a monster. Bye, bro.
What?
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah. Some weird shit happened in that one. But, like, towards the end, it got really, it got back into the original lore and talked more about, like, the clones and how they have the implant.
Yeah.
And one of the clones actually finds the implant and is like, whoa, this is weird. Guys, we all have this. This shouldn't be here. What's going on? Slightly goes crazy. And then Yoda starts having bad day visions. And everyone thinks Yoda's gone senile, which technically he has, but...
Oh, big time. If you see him in Return of the Jedi, or Empire Strikes Back, he's like totally off his rocker.
I mean, I did see him in Empire Strikes Back. I did watch those movies.
No, I just meant, like, if you think about how he is in it.
Yeah. But with that one, though, it's like, it's been 20 years. 20 years? 15 years.
Oh, between the
prequels and sequels.
However old
Luke is, yeah.
I think it's like 25.
Yeah, so it's been that many years. And he's been in the Dagobah system?
Right.
Which is the one place known to be very strong with the dark side. Or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Which is why there's the cave with whatever.
Yeah. Which actually makes me question, is that where Luke went? Is that what that island is?
No, I think it's somewhere else. Because there's no swamp, it's more of an ocean planet from the looks of it.
Yeah. Although, so Joey said something that amused me greatly about the Porgs.
Oh, about the
why they're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Tell the audience in case they haven't heard.
So apparently, because they filmed in New Zealand, New Zealand has some very strict endangered animal laws because, they've got endangered species on their islands. And when they were filming The Last Jedi, there were puffins on the island, and they're these tiny little birds that are fucking adorable. But if you mess with them, you can be fined hundreds of millions of dollars, I think. You can be fined for a lot of money to fucking with these birds. Don't fuck with these birds. So they're like, well, these fuckers are everywhere. We can't move them, so let's just CGI them out.
So they just stuck a porg on top of the muffins.
Yep. And that's why we have porgs. They're utterly adorable. I want one for a pet.
I don't think science has gotten us there yet.
Science hasn't gotten us there yet, and I'm pretty sure Rosie would be so offended she'd eat it.
She probably would try to eat it.
I mean, she didn't try to eat my mom's macaw.
Oh, that's good.
But she was sniffing it, and it was not having any of that shit. Yeah, exactly. It flew on top of the sofa and wouldn't come down. And Rosie's just sitting here like, but I want to play with it. And it's like, Rosie, your idea of play is not what this bird wants.
Yeah.
No, but everyone there misses her, because I was talking to my dad the other day, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna bring the dog down when your mom goes to India and you have to be here for a week? And he's like, no, I'm not bringing the dog.
Why is that?
Because I'm flying down, I'm not driving.
I said when, but...
Third week of February.
Okay, because I might not be here. We can work that out later.
Yeah, no. I'll get Randy to come over and feed her.
Because we're going to be going camping as a President's Day weekend.
Ah, gotcha. I think that's the weekend I get back.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, my dad's like, you should bring the dog with you. And I'm like, I can't bring the dog on a plane. He's like, but you can. And it's like, but I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah, it's like...
That brings a therapy animal who isn't actually a therapy animal.
Yeah, you either do that or you pay way too much to have them brought as cargo for, like, not worth...
Buddy Pass works on pets.
The what?
Delta Buddy Pass works on pets.
I don't...
It's basically a buy one, get one free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it works on select dates. And honestly, I don't trust Delta with my luggage, let alone with my dog.
Yeah. I cannot blame you on that.
Yep. But yeah, my dad's like, you know your dog's really smart? And it's like, no, I didn't know. Love my dad, but sometimes it's just like, really? I'm just making a hot mess of stuff right here.
As long as you keep track of it all.
Like, this is done. These are done. Still don't know what this is for. I probably should have written it down. These are done. I should make this out of foam and then Worbla. And I don't need this piece because I'm going to make my own pattern for the shoulder pieces. Arm pieces, whatever.
How much are you going to be doing with Urbosa on this one?
Actually just the chest plate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I already made.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. Already made. But no, I decided, like, a lot of this stuff with the thicker foam, it's just a lot easier to work with.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like for the chest plate, because I'm going to be decorating it and all that stuff, it needs to be a little bit sturdier.
Yeah. But Warbler definitely has its places, but for full-on costume.
I'm actually thinking of using full-on Warbler for Alter Mordred. But the thing with Alter Mordred is that there's not as much armor in the design that I'm using. So, like...
It's more dress, or what?
Not even. It's kind of like my Lanceria outfit without the skirt. And then there's just armor on top of the bunny suit with a cage for tassets.
Oh, okay.
So, like, as far as the cage is concerned, I can just make the cage out of foam belts. And then the rest of it is just a chest plate.
I love the power glove. It's so bad.
I'm very upset that a piece of this foam is unusable because of its stupid sticker.
Yeah.
Paid good money for this foam.
And it's even worse because you know they make stickers that don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, the purpose of the sticker is to let you know who made it. But if the sticker ruins it, then all it's going to do is let you know not to buy that one again.
Right. Or rather, in my case, just to buy a foam roll again. Just keep buying my rolls.
Oh yeah, that site we got the rolls from for the last project was like so great.
Yep.
And it doesn't really look like a bunny suit when it's all said and done.
Yeah. Like, even the Lanceria outfit doesn't look like it's a bunny suit, but I used a bunny suit to make it. Which, they finally released the art book that Lanceria is featured in. So, one of my other projects for Momo is actually remaking Lanceria.
Is there a lot that has to be changed?
Everything.
Oh, okay. Is there anything that's staying?
No, not really. The LEDs from the sphere.
You're not even keeping the sphere?
No, I'm remaking the sphere. So, the story behind Lanceria was in August before AWA, Camelot dropped. And I'm like, I'm cosplaying this bitch.
Ah.
So, I have... My references were her in-game sprite, her in-game art, and fan art.
Yeah.
Very much similar to how Mordred almost went.
Right.
So now that I have the art book, I want to make Lanceria correctly.
Yeah.
Which also involves making life casts of my arms.
Yeah.
Or at least one of my arms. One of her armor pieces actually goes all the way up one side. So I want to do that. And that armor side will probably be all Warbler.
Have they done any more episodes of the Grand Order show?
They haven't, but they did just start airing the Fate Extra one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and apparently it's really good.
I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, they announced Fate Extra last Encore the same time they did Apocrypha. Mm-hmm. Except they rushed Apocrypha, and we have very shitty things going on.
With Apocrypha?
Yeah.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I mean, from what I saw, the first half it was pretty good.
I'm talking animation-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean it gets worse later on, or are you saying even the first half was...
Even the first half is bad. And like, I love all of my favorite characters. I love them to death. They're all wonderful. Mm-hmm. But like...
The A1 is showing?
The A1 is showing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if you're gonna blow your budget on something, blow your budget on the two characters that are actually interesting, and not on a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, it seemed like they focused a lot on the kid who turned into Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke is a main character. He is supposed to be the main character for Apocrypha, but like when your main character,
about him at all.
Well, no, he's stupid. He's dumb. He's worse than Shiro Emiya. And coming from me, you know that's a big deal, because I don't like Shiro Emiya.
Right.
He's an idiot.
But at least, like, Shiro kind of has an excuse because he was the point of view character in a
visual novel. Yeah. Zeke doesn't have that excuse. Like, you can argue, yeah, he's like 3 days old and therefore a blank slate. But then you have to think about it. It's like, okay, well, what about Elia?
Yeah.
Hell, what about Mordred? Mordred was she is a homunculus, but she still has personality. Mm-hmm. She has more personality than her dad. I take a lot of issues with the Apocrypha anime, including that they made Astolfo really, really bad, which is a shame because I actually liked Astolfo in the novel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he wasn't as terrible. He was
I
still.
actually didn't mind him as much as I thought I was going to.
So the thing with Astolfo is like he is an acquired taste, right?
Yeah.
But in the novel, you get enough of him to know that he's not a complete dumbass. He actually does things for a reason.
I mean, I got that sense from the show.
You know.
And I never read any of the novels, so...
Right, but like...
I think some of it did come through.
All of his dialogue with the whole, like his exchange after they released him from being impaled and all that stuff, the whole let bygones be bygones and all that stuff, that nonsense didn't actually show up. He didn't make any comments about showing off of being a writer or about not knowing what his noble phantasm was. Like, everything was straightforward with him. But, like, they tried to be like, oh yeah, let's make this a little bit mysterious and have Astolfo not know shit about his own stuff. And I'm like, are you serious? Also, oh wait, you haven't seen the second half, so I can't bitch about that.
I mean, you can. I'm just not going to be able to comment on it.
There's just a lot of stuff that happens in the second half that I'm not okay with. And now, I also haven't actually read the 5th novel because that's not translated yet because someone's very slow at translating things. But I'm not okay with some of the character deaths. Mordred, I saw coming. Mainly because, you know, I keep track of that shit.
Yeah.
Atalanta and Achilles, I saw that coming. Karna, I wanted to throw something at my monitor. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, isn't pretty much everything about Karna wrong?
No.
Oh, really?
They got a lot of things correct with Karna.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they just didn't make him brown or an archer, but I mean, who's...
Those are the things I
bitching?
meant.
Who's bitching? I mean, no, it's fine that he's not an archer. If he was an archer, the world would have ended, like, immediately upon his summoning. Hindu mythology is bullshit.
Is that literally what happens when he comes to Earth?
So, Karna's bow, right? Mm-hmm. You know what Ea is?
It's the tool of creation.
Yeah, but you know, like, it's a laser, right?
Yeah.
That destroys shit, everything in its path, right?
Yeah, because it's a tool of creation.
So imagine if Gilgamesh could take Ea, fire its laser out of the gate of Babylon, out of every single portal. Mm-hmm. And that is Karna's bow.
Mm-hmm. Right. For destroying this.
Yeah. Karna as an archer is completely broken. Which is why, as a lancer, he's tragic, but it makes sense. Don't let that boy have his bow.
But does he have stuff that lends him to being a lancer from his neck?
Yes. The big fuck off spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a part of his that's a part of his legend. It's a really shitty part of his legend, but it is.
Not the best part, but a part.
The acquiring and the results of the spear are really the shitty parts of his legend. Because, like, his armor gets stolen, and he's given the spear because the person who stole his armor is like, wow, you're really honorable. Mm-hmm. And then, because his armor is stolen, Arjuna is able to shoot an arrow into his back and kill him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does he die by getting shot in the back in the show?
No. He dies to a magic cosplayer.
A magic cosplayer?
Yep.
It's not like there's any chance of him ever getting a tan.
I mean, that also pisses me off, but not to the extent of which Arjuna does.
But somehow Emiya gets super tanned.
He's tanned from the inside out. It's a medical condition. The fuck? Stay!
What are you trying to do?
Trying to get these to stack.
Are they jumping away?
Yes.
What are they?
Okay. Alright. All that's left is Urbosa's earring, which I will save for another day. Because I'm going to actually need to sandwich a real earring in between.
For the hooks and whatnot.
Yeah. Because it's a giant hoop ring, so might as well, right? This thing's gonna be massive. It's gonna be like the Karnet ring.
Do you get 2 earrings this time?
Yes, thankfully. Okay. Glue gun.
What is this?
Actually, would it be... Is the power bank on the chair?
No, but can we?
Because if it's on the chair, then I can plug this in on that.
If I can lift it.
I think you got this.
There we go.
Yay, thank you. Also, this has become an impromptu trash can as well.
Did you get it for any particular purpose?
It was $2 and I wanted it.
Okay, so that's a no.
But also, I wanted it to like store some cosplay stuff, like I said the other night. It's just, it's an impromptu trash can because the big phone keeps going everywhere.
Yeah. They're starting to look better as I do more of them.
I mean, that's generally how these things go. The more you make something, the better it looks. Hence why Clarent 1 doesn't look good and Clarent 2 looks amazing. And wants to fight Matt.
Yeah. And was attacked by Becca.
Yes, it was attacked by Becca. It hasn't given me the arrow that it shot his brother with because that event's not coming out in English until next year. We don't get the men this year. At least I don't think we do.
Oh, what?
In Grand Order, the Valentine's Day event's happening right now, right? But like, it's only 2 weeks long, so we don't even get to February. Because like, it's halfway over already. So I'm thinking they might also be doing the White Day stuff, and they're gonna do that in February. But the gifts that the guys give you are just like personal things that, like, Gil gives you a bracelet, the younger one gives you tickets to the water park, Ramses gives you space kittens, Merlin gives you flowers.
Space kid.
Space kittens. They're fucking adorable. I need one in my life. But like, Arjuna, the little shit / trash can that nobody cares about, he gives you the arrow that he shot Karna with.
Oh, I thought Gil was the trash can.
Gil is the golden trash can. We still want him around.
But not Arjuna?
Nobody wants Arjuna around.
Oh.
Fuck that guy.
Oh.
Actually, don't fuck him.
I was gonna say.
Don't fuck him. He'll share you with his brothers.
Let's see.
Yep.
So what's the white flower, or what did you call it? The white day thing?
So in Japan, they have 2 holidays for Valentine's. White Day is when the guys give the gifts to the girls, and Valentine's Day is when the girls give the gifts to the guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when are they on the calendar?
Well, Valentine's Day is February 14th.
Yeah.
White Day is in March.
Oh, okay. So why did they start the thing in January?
I am not entirely sure. They're either prepping us for the White Day event or they're prepping us for the Fate Zero event. which I wouldn't mind them prepping us for the Fate Zero event because I really need a good rider. I don't have a 5-star rider.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Granted, there's only one in the game right now, but...
Which is...
Drake.
You didn't get Drake.
I did not get Drake.
Oh, sad day.
Yeah. I didn't get Jack either, but...
Didn't get Jack? Shit.
Yep.
I didn't know they had added Jack.
Yeah, she got added in with the London chapter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. But, like, you don't play anymore, so...
Yeah, I guess
I don't know. I've been having fun with the Valentine's Day event.
Yeah.
I'm out of money, though, so, like, I need to farm a lot. But it's easy to farm because, like, I've gotten all of the items that you can for some of these drops. So now I just convert them into the universal currency. And, like, with that I can get ascension items, I can get money, I can get mana cubes, it's great. I'm highly amused that Saber is cosplaying in all of these.
Or Link is just a really good cosplayer.
No. Saber is cosplaying. These are all Saber's faces.
What's your point?
That it's Saber, it's not Link.
Saber has funny faces.
Saber has better faces. Do you want the stupid angry one for one of these? Because I have it. Yeah, the one where she's just like yelling and stuff. The one that's on that Nendoroid over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I should rearrange them or give them new faces and stuff at some point because they've been in this configuration for a while now.
I mean, mine is the Angry Face Collective. They don't do anything except be angry.
Mm-hmm.
But what you should do is get that horse out.
Oh yeah. It's around here somewhere.
In here?
Yeah, it's in there.
Switch this back to low temp because I will burn myself.
So I wonder what the next Zelda thing would be. Because they're done with Breath of the Wild now, right?
I would imagine so, yeah.
They're not doing any more DLC or anything.
I think with Hyrule Warriors Definitive, they're completely done with it.
Yeah. So I wonder if we'll get like another mobile. I mean, I doubt they would do a mobile because it feels like they're phasing out the
3DS. Yeah.
So maybe we would see something like A Link Between Worlds, but on the Switch.
Maybe.
Because that's usually how they go, is they like alternate
Yeah.
big title, little title.
And there's two different teams that work these, but with the way the Switch is designed, I think they would be consolidating both those teams.
Yeah, who knows? Because it's like, I still, even though I want all of the games to be on the Switch, I still like those games that would have been on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Like, I really do love Phantom Hourglass.
Phantom Hourglass was fun, not gonna lie.
Link Between Worlds. I actually do like Spirit Tracks.
Trash.
I didn't actually finish it. I think Spirit Tracks might be one of the only Zelda games I haven't finished.
That's surprising. You've played all of them.
I
Including
finished-
Zelda 2.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I finished Zelda 2, and I didn't finish Spirit Tracks.
I mean, to be fair, you're not really missing out.
I should. Oh, and I guess technically, Triforce Heroes, and what's the other multiplayer?
Four Swords?
Four Swords / Four Swords Adventures. I think I played some of. One of them doesn't really have much of a story mode, if I recall.
I think that's Four Swords.
I played that some, like, I think you and me might have played through, like, a couple of the stages.
Yeah, because that was on the 3DS.
Zelda RPG, that actually would be interesting. Something like in a Final Fantasy kind of vein. Like a menu-based RPG. Because, I mean, Hyrule Warriors is your action RPG of Zelda.
Which, hype for Definitive Edition!
Yeah, I would buy that.
I am buying that. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I'm waiting to see if they're gonna do like a special edition.
Oh yeah, they probably will.
Because like if they do, I'm hopping on that train.
Yeah. I must be a boat once more.
Yeah, Basilisk was super excited about it. He sent me a link to it, and I'm like, I have it already. I have the link. I know that it's coming. I want it.
I think I had bought all the DLC for the Wii U version.
Yeah.
And it was one of my favorite games on the Wii U, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe, actually, my favorite. I'm looking at all of them right now, which is like 10 games. Like, I definitely played it more than anything else. I played it more than Smash Bros. Even.
Yeah. Hell, I have Smash for Wii U, and I've never played it. I bought it for my birthday party at the Ackworth apartment, if you remember.
Yeah.
And we didn't play it.
Yep.
We ended up playing Exploding Kittens.
Yep. I've definitely done that before. Bought a game for a party and then not played it.
Never played it, yeah. But, like, even then, like, Smash was fun, but, like, I don't know. The replayability of that game, I'm not entirely sure I understand.
I was way into it in, like, middle and high school. Like, every time that one of us went over to a friend's house for a weekend, we just played Smash Melee nonstop.
Which, by the way, I think we have Melee.
Yeah.
It was one of those games that we got in the bin at the school. That bin that was donated to the apartment. It was in there, and I'm pretty sure I took that.
Oh, I mean, I also own it.
Oh, all right, that works too.
But what was I saying? Oh, but yeah, I actually did like Smash 4 a lot. Like, I liked it more than Melee, maybe even. But I guess I'm just like, it's a lot different playing it now than it was when I was in middle school or high school. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I guess I appreciate games more that have some sort of depth of, like, less skill mastering and more like exploring the world, or like unlocking abilities. Like, those are the things that excite me in games now.
Yeah.
And that's not really the sort of thing you get from a fighting competitive game.
Yeah.
That said, I do kind of want to check out Token.
Yeah, that one I think it's different because it is just Pokemon, but like also I feel like there's just a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I think there are like some customization options and stuff, aren't there?
Yeah.
And I probably would get it and play it for a weekend and then forget about it, but
That would be one of those things that you buy when it's on sale.
yeah. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I really wanted to pick up the new Monster Hunter, is because it's like this just huge world of things to explore and figure out, and like what the fuck's going on, and
Yeah.
crafting and skills and lots of different weapons. And I heard that this one took a lot of like a lot of quality of life improvements over the previous ones.
Mm-hmm. And included them in?
Yeah. And like I hadn't really played since or the only one I played was the 3 on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was a little janky because it was kind of like a weird port from the Wii, I think. And they threw in like some extra stuff, but then it was also like cross-compatible with the 3DS. So like, I don't know, it was kind of weird.
All around weird game?
But this one, like, it's so pretty and like super HD on the PS4, and like a lot of the other, like the series was originally like the first one was on the PSP.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vita, so like it had started out as a mobile series, and then I played it on the Wii U, and I was like, this is great, I love this as a home console series.
Yeah.
And then they hadn't released any others on a home console until now. Not sure if it can really be... Oh, because you're saying that the others weren't fun or engaging. Yeah, I don't know. It like there is still like to some extent a lot of like esoteric nature. Like you're not really sure what a lot of things do, but I guess you just kind of slowly figure it out. I haven't even touched the online component at all, but it seems like you can pretty easily party up with people up to 4. Authentic jam session for music.
I think he's commenting about the music currently playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of good games coming out. Like, I'm excited a little bit about the new Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're
Getting
going
hyped again?
they're going back to Devil May Cry, like the original series. Because of how badly they failed.
No DMC?
No, none of that nonsense. Get out of this house.
For speaking of DMC.
How dare you? How dare you talk about a game that doesn't exist?
Yeah, you're right. But they're going back and like doing a sequel to it.
They're doing a proper Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, sweet.
At least
they calling it Devil May Cry 5 or?
That is the working title at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, which makes me happy because they might be bringing Ruben Langdon back, who is the voice of Dante. He is Dante. No, for Devil May Cry 3, the Japan release had a live-action trailer. Guess who played Dante?
the American voice actor?
The American voice actor.
That's awesome.
That man is Dante.
That must have been really, like, exciting for him to get to dress up as like a character he's got to voice.
I mean, he started off as a Power Ranger, so I don't know
Oh,
how
really?
exciting it was. Yeah, all of the Devil May Cry guys, they're all Power Rangers.
Ones that didn't go into porn
Or, yeah.
Detroit Middle City? What? DMC, I guess. I guess he's just making up things that have those letters.
Yeah.
Because it's check the drive and he's good to troll.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's why we love him. That and his skills with Dokkan.
Or at least Rochambeau.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually really hoping we'd get to do some more Dokapon board game work tonight.
Yeah, I think what we need to do, we should have a planning session outside of stream.
Uh-huh.
And like just concrete out some stuff like rules and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So then we can do streaming sessions that are more
creative.
Just like more focused, like characters, abilities, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to get to the point where we're actually like getting stuff on paper, like, you know, what exactly the different classes do and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Also, I kind of want to do another one of those things like we did with Sam and Catherine when they came down that one time.
Like the all-night thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a bunch of different horror games. And I would like us to start with Resident Evil 4 without sound.
Without sound?
Without sound.
Does that improve it a lot?
No. The game is a masterpiece.
No,
But, the thing about Resident Evil 4 is after a while it's not scary anymore. Because you know as soon as the music strikes up, a monster's going to attack you. So you play it without sound, and all of a sudden your tells are gone. And so you don't know if there's a zombie next to you, behind you, coming at you. None of it. Like, I feel like that would be really fun. At least the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, I really did like the Until Dawn stream. That was one of the more fun things we did last year.
Yeah.
I definitely do want to do more like weekend stuff like that.
Yeah. We should find out when Kraken Base North can come down so that we can do a repeat.
Yeah.
And not just for like the charity stream or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that right now either, because we were talking about doing one in February, but we haven't really planned that at all.
If we push it to March, I can see about getting us a donation from Goodman. And like, Goodman does a lot of community outreach and stuff, so we could get a sizable amount. And that's not including whatever your company would give if yours gets approved as well.
Yeah. Detroit, Emerald City. Is that a real thing? I guess.
Look it.
Oh, it's a thing. Look in the camera. It's the little hip.
It's the hip thing.
Fan. Looks like we're actually making progress or something.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this is me working on cosplay. I'll get progress for like 2 days, and then I won't have anything for the next few months. Let's be honest. Come on.
Well, at least you're willing to admit it.
And I mean, at least this isn't Trinity Blood.
Oh my god.
Because that was ridiculous.
It was.
But it was nice.
So many beads. Gems.
Hey, those gems helped you with your Ganondorf.
So much blue and gold.
Those gems helped you with your Ganondorf.
They did. I was really happy with how Ganondorf turned out too.
Yeah, it looks really good. You are wearing it again, right?
I mean, probably.
Good.
I'll have to figure out a better makeup thing for face paint.
One weekend when you're free, we'll go down to Eddie's Trick Shop and see what they suggest. Because they have a lot of stage makeup.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who are helping me figure out oh my.
I think he's talking about the music. Maybe?
Maybe. But they helped me figure out a lot of my makeup stuff for Robo Night. And while that didn't come out as good as I'd wanted it to,
I still haven't seen pictures.
Yeah, you're
probably
not
never will.
Yeah, you're not going to see pictures. I'm sorry. Decline. I'm sorry, I'm not picking up phone calls from India.
Not tonight?
No. I'm busy. It's probably my grandma, poor thing.
Yeah.
My grandma's in India.
Yeah, but the makeup I had wasn't too bad for the most part. What I saw, it lasted most of the day, aside from the part under the crown, which I also need to figure out a better way to keep the crown on my head, especially since I don't have the hair to flip it onto anymore. And then there were a couple of the shoes were a total bust. So yeah, there's definitely some repairs I'll have to do before.
Well, the good news is, if you want to wear it for Momo, we still have several months. Better news is, if you want to wear it for Dragon Con and AWA, we have a lot more months to repair it and figure out what to do. I think I should sell my Zelda armor.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 95% done, right?
Yeah, the armor was completed. The things that weren't done were the outfit. Which, honestly, I could finish it and then sell the whole outfit. But...
I'm sure somebody would pick it up.
Yeah.
There's a pretty vibrant cosplay community in Atlanta. If you were to post on one of the Facebook boards or something.
Yeah. It's just a matter of actually posting it and all that stuff. Because, like, I am very protective of my cosplays. Oh, so that person that wanted to commission me the black keys, right?
Yeah.
I gave them a price. I told them, you want 6, you want them by MomoCon, and you're not local to Atlanta, so it's gonna run you about $100 plus shipping. Mm-hmm. They didn't respond to me, so I messaged them today, and they're like, I was like, hey, did you still want to commission these? And they were like, no, I changed my mind. Yeah. I'm like, you couldn't tell me that? Like, I'm gonna make them anyways because I do want to make a set of black keys. But it's like, do you not know how rude that is to not tell me after I've given you the price quote?
Was that like the last correspondence? Was it's this much?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always kind of shitty.
And it's like, if you think I'm gonna do them for just the material cost, no, sorry.
Yeah.
My time is valuable, especially however much time I spend padding it.
What's the thing?
The square piece?
Mm-hmm.
It's not on my side. Is this from Talisman?
Yes. That's why it says Talisman on it.
Oh.
I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, I don't know. I don't know your life.
Shit.
It did not make it to my end. Where could it go? Oh no! No. 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 It's not in the trash can. what's funny is we're gonna find it after the stream, and then we're gonna be like, the fuck? How did it get here?
Yeah.
Well, there goes the other piece. Well, I'm just about done with my half stuff, so. We were having some technical difficulties in looking for a pattern. It was like right there.
Yeah. Yep, there's a phone off itself.
Ooh.
Okay. Is that better? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
I hope so. And I hope it's not doing that choppy thing.
Don't much care for the choppy thing.
Okay, you can hear me.
Awesome. But yeah, I was thinking what we can do is we can go down to Goodwill, get you a pair of shoes that we can cannibalize.
Avani.
I'm not saying that it's fully possible, but you never know.
I've never seen... First of all, have you looked at the men's shoe department at a Goodwill?
I have. It's about an aisle and a half. If
No.
you're lucky.
No, it's like half an aisle.
Well, no,
if you're lucky.
Well, the thing is, those aisles, I count one shoe rack as an aisle.
Yeah, it's like one side of one
Yeah.
rack.
Sometimes there's like one. Depends on which Goodwill you go to. If you go to the rich people one, they have it.
Second of all, they never have my shoe size.
Listen, that's quitter talk.
Third of all, if they do have my shoe size, it's probably one pair of beat up sneakers.
Which is fine. That's all we need to make patterns. I wasn't saying you're getting these shoes to wear.
Uh-huh.
These are shoes that you cannibalize to get a good pattern to fit over the shoes that you're actually going to wear.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a shelf, period. Yes, that is what they say about men with big feet. At least that's what I say about men with big feet. What is this?
What are we listening to?
It's a Super Mario Sunshine. Tutti Frutti, the ballad of something.
Alright. Okay.
This site has a bunch of remixes of video game songs, and if you're actually on the website, you can vote on which song is played next, but it's played in a radio style.
Oh, okay.
So everybody's able to listen to and vote for what gets played.
Gotcha.
But you have like 3 options for the next song.
Gotcha.
I guess technically we could. The Ballad of Pinity Joe. I don't know who that is. So we can vote for either On the Wind, Heart of a Gamer, the tribute to Satoru Iwata. Sparkling in Space, Milky Way Wishes, a Kirby Superstar tribute, or Crystal Potion from Mega Man 3. I say Kirby.
Kirby.
Alright. Beard cam. You get a little less beard on that cam.
Alright.
Our camera is misbehaving tonight.
A lot of things are misbehaving right now. So,
There we go. Now you can see a little bit of me at least.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like we can't have a night without some sort of technical issue.
I mean, that's what the Kraken fixed emoji's for, though.
Good.
Thank you. But
Did you play Mario Sunshine?
I did not.
I didn't either. A lot of people say it was like their favorite, but
That might just have to be a game we look into either on AC Shenanigans or Rogue Beard.
it's definitely not a roguelike, but
No, but it is. It would be worth exploring.
yeah. I actually just like I've never been a huge fan of any of the Mario games since like the one on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, same.
Even Odyssey, I still haven't played much at all.
I
did-
really liked Odyssey.
I liked what I played of it, but I guess I just didn't really feel entranced by it. I didn't even get to the city place.
Wow.
I think I'm like on the mission where it's like go to the city, and I just like haven't touched it since then.
No, fuck the city. But no, I really liked Odyssey. I think that was a good game. It was definitely better than Galaxy. Galaxy was weird.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause everybody that I've ever talked to says that Galaxy is like their favorite.
Well, you've now talked to one person who
Yeah.
says Galaxy was weird.
And I liked it. I don't remember. I don't think I beat it, and my copy is gone, so I must have lent it to someone. Because I was going to go back and try to play it, remember, like a year ago, but I don't know what happened to it. And I didn't play 2 at all. But I guess I've never just been huge on Mario, like, I don't know, it's weird, because it's like...
I played a Mario game on the 3D, or no, on the DS. It was Mario and Luigi: A Twist in Time. It was when they were babies.
Partners in Time?
That one! That one! That one was fun,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like engaging fun.
One of my coworkers was getting rid of those both for $15, so I was like,
Nice.
sold. And I figured we might play them on stream at some point because we played Superstar Saga and
Yeah, and James was really into that.
what was the other one? The Dream Team.
Yeah.
Apparently Dream Team.
So like, if and when James comes back,
Yeah, if he wants to play these ones on stream.
yeah,
Um,
because those are really fun.
yeah, I like them a lot because like they're just like goofy RPG, but like without like a lot of the problems with RPGs aren't present, like grinding or like
No, Partners in Time, it has the grinding problem.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, that's one of the things that put me off about it.
Because I never really encountered that at all in Superstar Saga or Dream Team.
I mean, they might have just learned from that one and moved on.
Well, Superstar Saga was the first one.
Oh.
And
Then
Dream
I don't
Team is the
know.
most recent one, so I don't know. Like there were definitely times where James was dying a bunch, but that was usually because he was doing stupid shit.
Which in an RPG, that is what you do. If you're not doing stupid shit, then...
Well, I meant stupid shit like he was wearing armor that would kill him in 3 turns if he didn't kill the enemies in 3 turns.
Oh. Yeah, okay, fine. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But if that was stuff that he did on purpose, then yeah.
And I'm like, James, no, change your armor. And he's like, no, I can do it. And then he'd die like 5 fights in a row against like a random encounter.
Oh.
And then I'd be like, okay, but you gotta take it off for the boss at least. And he's like, no, I want to try it.
I mean, at least he had the enthusiasm, though.
Yeah. It was funny. But that's when I created the death counter.
Oh, that's about it was.
At least I think that's what I did. It was around that time.
Maybe.
You don't need to read chat. It's not important.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Have you seen the game theory about Rosalina
Being Peach and Mario's daughter from the future?
being Luigi and Peach's daughter?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Because, like, she shares more genetic traits with Luigi or something like that.
Yeah, I think Matt Pat's got his head up his ass.
He's hilarious. Like,
I will give him that. He is funny.
anytime that he gets into, like, doing, like, the genetic, like...
He gets super excited, and that's great.
And I'm like, oh my god, that's so dumb, but I can tell, like, why you're doing this.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was hilarious. One of his recent videos was about how he personally had ruined
It's The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
Yep.
It was like, well, I can't be personally held responsible. The video is called Game Theory on YouTube. Oh.
Oh, I guess I am. Well then. No, like he definitely has his head up his ass, but
Right.
like some of his theories are funny. I enjoy listening to the Five Nights ones because
I've just totally lost track of that series.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
But does he have like a rivalry with the creator?
With the creator?
Kind
Kind of. It's funny. They call each other out, is what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching a lot more YouTube stuff lately because I moved desks at work, so now my back is to the windows instead of the rest of the office.
Oh.
So I now I watch a lot more YouTube videos while I'm working, which like I'm still getting the same amount of work done. It's just like before I would feel weird about having
YouTube open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am worried about one of my coworkers.
Oh.
We're getting our performance evaluations done this week. And these are our overall ones, not our progressive ones.
Yeah.
And like, I might have accidentally gotten him in trouble. Cause like, so last week, I think it was Friday, my boss was out. She was at home because her daughter has the plague.
Yeah.
Very similar to kind of like what I had, where it was just, I'm sick, but I don't have the flu, but I don't know what's going on. I'm dying.
Yeah, I've had a lot of coworkers with that.
Yeah, so she's been home taking care of her daughter. So like on Friday, I go get some lunch, and it was like, I just went and got something from the gas station next door because I had brought my lunch. And like I get back and my boss messages me, and she's like, "Hey, where are all the guys?" And I'm like, "Oh, they're probably at lunch. I heard them talking about that like earlier, before I went to grab something quick." And she's like, "Oh, okay, but what about Jones? Is he also gone too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Well, what time does he get in?" And I'm like, "At this time." And he's like, "What time does he leave?" "Same time as I do." "So you mean to tell me he comes into work 4 hours later than you, leaves at the same time as you, and takes lunch?" I'm like, I don't know if he does this every day, but I guess this is what yes, I'm trying to tell you that. And she's like, "Okay, it's good to know." And I'm like, shit, I got him in trouble.
And apparently you got Carter killed by a zombie. Recently.
I mean,
You're a rat.
I am gonna get Carter killed by zombies. Several times, actually. I got him murdered by a zombie twice, I think, in that game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 7 days.
Yeah, we should play that again.
Yeah.
Like, more of us.
Yeah. I think that would be a fun, like...
Multiplayer game?
Yeah, with, like, all of us playing.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure only mine and your computers can run it.
I think Carter and Philip's laptops probably good.
You think?
I would think so.
Alright. Well
It's
then...
not that intense. I mean, they can turn down...
Yeah, they can turn down graphics and stuff. Well, if we want to do a group stream, next Monday, because I imagine, because of what happened, IRK isn't coming back
Yeah, I don't know.
very
We'll
soon.
have to figure out the details on that.
We can try bringing back a similar concept to Three Idiots and One Couch,
Mm-hmm.
but it could just be a bunch of over-the-internet multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Like, we can do Sentinels again. That was pretty fun last time we did that.
Yeah, I actually really do like the computer version of Sentinels.
Yeah, because then we don't have to worry about figuring out what a turn is versus a round. I'm not salty about that at all.
Of course not.
But yeah, that was fun. Like, we had a lot of fun with Age of Mythology. That was great.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of derping around and
Yeah.
shenanigans. I like just marching Mike Titan across all of the.
Whereas I'm sitting here focusing on Orange because he wouldn't leave me the fuck alone.
And I just start sweeping around the map.
Yeah.
What?
What? When were you? What?
What? I don't remember committing to that at all.
Apparently, you said you can be a trap.
Huh? No, I didn't. I didn't say anything about any traps.
Yeah. When did I say that?
In 2017, Avani. Can't you read?
But, like, in what context?
I think so. I'll have to get a different board for a board.
We'll just flip it over. Or we can get the bigger one and lay it down.
Oh, is there a bigger one?
Yeah, you know the big white one that we had on the big table at the old place?
Oh no, I just meant like for our Dokapon board.
Yeah, it's white.
Huh?
That board is white. Or are you talking about like to use this as our?
Yeah, I was talking about using this piece of cardboard as the actual board for the board game.
Yeah, we can just flip it over. If
not
not,
a big deal,
I'll get us
right?
a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, or we could just get a piece of poster board from the dollar store.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, the poster board at the dollar store is like $3-4.
Ooh. That's good to know when making patterns. Because, like, trace paper is wonderful and whatnot, but, like, you can really figure out what a pattern's gonna look like if you have something stiffer.
Yeah.
Especially for armor making.
A good Mario game. Super Mario Land? I didn't actually play Super Mario Land.
Neither did I.
That was the one on the Game Boy. Or I might have played some as like a young kid, but I don't remember it. I do like this song though. There's one thing you can't deny, all the Mario games.
Have good music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, Zelda has epic music.
Yeah.
Mario has fun music.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of Zelda music, soundtracks.
Not gonna lie, I really wanted to audition for the Nintendo chorus.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Did you sing in choir in school?
Yep. Was a soprano 1.
Ooh, ain't no high.
Hell yeah. Probably still could if I still sang.
Yeah, get back into practice.
Yeah.
Me and Sam were the only basses in our middle school choir.
Oh my.
And it was pretty much like anytime the band or the music director would like stop everyone to be like tell them that they need to do better. It's just like basses, you just Keep doing what you're doing.
Nice. We had like 15 guys in the advanced choir, right? Versus like 30 girls. So like every time it would be like, you know, you've got 15 sopranos, 15 altos, and then you have the guys where it's like, okay, I need you, and you today to sing bass. And then you, and you need to sing tenor. But halfway through the song, I need you to switch to bass. And it's like, oh dear, you poor babies.
Yeah, I only did choir for 1 year, because in high school, well, before, for 6th and 7th grade, I was in band, even though all my friends were in show choir. And then 8th grade, I did show choir. And then for high school, I decided to do art instead of choir.
I did choir and art in my first year of high school, and then dropped art because I went into drafting.
Yeah.
But I did choir all 4 years of high school.
Are you guys at drafting at your high school?
You know, we had a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff. We have drafting, we have AutoCAD, Photoshop Lab,
That's pretty nice.
web design. So Camden's high school is the only high school in the county. So like, we get all of the donation money. And on top of that, our football team is the best in the state. My last year, we had to start playing teams outside of the state in order to actually even be in the division that we were in. So like, our school had a lot of money. So like, not only could we afford, like, we had some ex-NFL coaches for our football coaches. Yeah, we could afford people.
Wow.
That's what happens when you live in a military town with only one high school. Shit gets done. I mean, if you reverse that, you get the ratio for Southern Poly, so, you know?
I think we had 3 different levels of our, like, chorus. And, like, you had to audition for the top level.
Yes.
So, like, that one had an even ratio, and then there was, like, the second tier, I think, had a fairly good ratio, and then the third choir was just women.
Yeah. So the way ours was set up was we had the 3 tiers, and we ended up adding a 4th one my senior year for the guys. So we had the advanced men's, the advanced women's, concert, which was the toppest tier, and then Wildcat, which was the beginning one. Well, we were the Wildcats, so there were, you know, Wildcat chorus, concert 1. Concert chorus volume 1, which was within concert chorus. It was just the best 12 singers in the school.
Right.
And volume 1 was our show choir. And then we had Bella Voce, which was the women's. And then I don't think the guys ever got to name themselves. So we had the advanced men's, or rather the intermediate men's. None of the men were advanced. Listen, our first year competing in sectionals and all that stuff, we got superiors in Bella Voce. Our first year, the men's didn't get superiors.
It's some weird take on the Tetris song.
Alright.
Tetris plays you.
Alright.
Soviet Russia. have nearly as many options in our high school.
And like I said, we had a lot of money and a lot of people. My graduating class was 600 people.
Yeah, we were. I went to a private school for one thing.
Yeah.
And it was about 100 people in the graduating class.
Yeah.
But I mean, we did have good. I did really like our art program.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, like, as long as you had a good program, like...
Yeah, we had, like, a photo lab and a pottery room, which were, like, my favorites.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't as good with the, like, the drawing and painting.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved, like, the, photography and the pottery stuff.
Yeah.
And I did do some digital art, but like we weren't taught any. There weren't any Photoshop classes or anything. I just had my own laptop with GIMP on it.
Yeah, we had a computer. We had 2 computer labs.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of them was just like the generic one with like the Windows 98 computers and other very, very bad equipment back in the day. Yeah. Type, and then there was the high-tech one, which the computer science people would be into.
Yeah.
And like they would have, all these programs to help them learn how to code.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing I really missed out on was like our most advanced computer classes were like Visual Basic and Word certification.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I took those, but that didn't really get me much of a leg up for programming when I got to college.
Yeah, not gonna lie, if I hadn't gone to Camden, I probably wouldn't have gone for architecture.
Yeah.
'Cause like, I took architectural drafting, and that's what made me get into architecture. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I had a mechanical drafting class, which was an over-glorified AutoCAD class. And the semester after that was the actual AutoCAD class. So I took AutoCAD twice, which is why I know it so well.
Wiggly eyes? Wiggly eyes.
He got the bootleg version of Googly Eyes called Wiggly Eyes.
Is that what the package says?
That is what the package says.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I'm pretty sure mine says Wiggly Eyes as well.
Press on eyes.
Oh, not even. Not even.
Paste on eyes.
They're just based on eyes. Which actually, I realize now that those are too big for these, for this thing that we're making right here.
Oh, for these ones?
Yeah. I think those are too big. They go right here. They're bigger than what I want, but they'll work. I don't want to have to go back to the store and buy more. Listen, buying them once was already torture. Because, like, now what's going to happen is I'm going to find them randomly all over the floor. And, like, it's just going to be Matt's fault.
Rosie's going to eat some.
Rosie's going to eat some. Gonna find them in the yard because she's going to poop them out. Which, actually, I don't know where the hell she's taking dumps in the yard. So, like, now I'm kind of afraid to go out there.
Yeah. I think I saw her going once in, like, the kudzu.
Which is fine, but the kudzu also needs to be trimmed and taken away. So, like, I'm also afraid to go in there.
Yeah. Well, I need a goat.
I mean, if you know anybody that's got a goat.
I don't know. Someone was telling me that's a thing that you can.
Amanda was telling us about that.
That you can rent a goat to come eat your kudzu. But I don't actually know how practical that is, or
if it's practical at all.
Yeah. There's eyes everywhere.
Not to mention, Rosie would probably just try to eat the goat.
Does she try to play with it?
in the goat's mind, that would be, what is this thing trying to eat me?
She'd be like, what is this weird dog? Let's run around in the backyard. Alright. 2/3 of the way down.
Woo! I'm varnishing things, which you can unplug this, by the way. Yeah.
I love that quote.
Oh my.
Be shame if someone terroristed.
Oh my.
It was from Final Fantasy VII. Because we were eco-terrorists.
Ah, I see. I'm not saying that I'm judging you, but I might be judging you.
Why?
Because I can.
For being eco-terrorists?
Yes.
I mean, that's what you are in Final Fantasy VII. We didn't even make that up.
Right, but the thing is, the way you're saying it, I know you're saying eco-terrorists, but it sounds like you're saying ego-terrorists.
Oh.
Therefore, I am judging you.
I don't know what an ego-terrorist is.
Gilgamesh.
Is he a terrorist?
I mean, he did try to destroy the world.
I
And strikes terror in the hearts of everyone that sees him. So, you know, criteria met.
I guess so.
It's gonna be so racist, but he's also from the Middle East. Technically speaking. This is the America we live in. It sucks to be a brown person.
I didn't say it for the record. Let the record show. I, the white male, am innocent of this conversation. What was that from? I want to say, Tale of Towns.
Probably. With vaguely racist Hawaii.
Vaguely?
Vaguely. It doesn't get racist until the elephant shows up.
What about China?
That's vaguely racist Asia.
Well, what did the elephant do?
The elephant is what makes it also include the Middle East and the subcontinent. Because, like, before, it's just, a bunch of brown people wearing Hawaiian outfits, and then these two guys from the Middle East visiting. It's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. You can move to Hawaii if you want to, whatever. And then all of a sudden, the taxi service starts up and it's a fucking elephant.
What's wrong with the elephants?
They're adorable. Nothing's wrong with them. So I'm kind of thinking of making AC Shenanigans kind of like a game highlights. Just take a random game that neither of us have played. Or, like, that I've played somewhat, but not too much.
Right.
And, like, we just play and see.
A lot of backlog of games that...
Yeah. And it's just, like, showcase some games.
We definitely have a lot of backlog of games that can be pulled off the shelf.
You don't want me to play that game. We don't want to play that game. Which one's that?
I have no idea. I found it at a thrift store for $3.
Alright.
A new world. Welcome to a world unlike anything you've seen before. A world where animals have thoughts, feelings, and personalities that you must learn to understand and influence. A world where a working food chain is order and you're in the middle of it.
Alright. Oh dear God.
What else have we got on here? I mean, there's Pimp My Ride, but we've already played that on stream. the Aragon game. I don't remember if we played Monster House or not. We'd have to ask Carter. Oh, we have the Tangled game for DS.
How'd you guys end up with that?
My sister got it for me as a joke.
Oh.
She was like, "Here's your birthday present." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." And then there was a $50 Steam gift card inside.
Nice.
And then there's all these that Carter had that are just like from the old GameStop bins that are like $2 each and scratched to hell.
Gotcha.
Did we ever figure out what the Thing video game is like?
I mean, next AC Shenanigans, which I think is this week.
Is not the type of movie that translates well to video games.
I mean, let's face it, almost all of the movies nowadays don't transfer well into video games, except maybe like the Marvel movies. But like...
Oh yeah, Croc, Legend of Gabos.
What?
Remember the early PlayStation days where everyone was trying to figure out what 3D platformers were?
No. I skipped PlayStation 1 and went straight to
Crash
PlayStation
Bandicoot.
2. Straight to PlayStation 2.
Same here, but I'm at least aware that Crash Bandicoot and Spyro were a thing.
I mean, I've heard of them.
And Gex and Croc and other lesser known ones.
Nope.
Fucking shit, what's the one that they put out a new one this year?
They put out a new Crash Bandicoot, I think.
Oh, did they?
I think so.
Man, I can't remember. It was another one of those like, we're the next big mascot of the era. Bubsy. Fucking Bubsy.
Excuse me?
Bubsy. Don't you know Bubsy? Everybody loves Bubsy.
No, I don't. What is a Bubsy?
He's like a cat thing. Ape Escape. I haven't played it.
Who's got an LED on his ass?
I don't know. You should know.
I don't. Are these things that you got during the New Year's party? Because if it is, those don't count.
He does do that sometimes.
Those don't count. Also, I don't remember saying anything remotely of that, and I remember that party very well.
I don't.
I almost got to your level and then had to dial it back.
Yeah, I probably should have not had that last mug of whatever.
Of the punch, yeah. No, the thing that was getting me during the party was...
yeah, I don't actually remember being a DM at all. I don't remember going back outside. Everything that happened then is a total blank. I did win Werewolf, though. I remember that. And I don't know how I won. Because I was a werewolf. And I literally just agreed with what my partner said every night. And then my partner died. And then I somehow won.
Oh, alright. Alright.
At least I think that's what happened.
I remember playing Sheriff with Eric, Joey, Becca, and Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, someone gave me Clarent because I needed to hit Matt with it.
Oh yeah, somebody came down and got Clarent, I remember.
Yeah, and then...
And I was like, And they're like, don't worry about it. And I was like, maybe I should be worried about it.
No, it's fine. Clarent was fine. Matt was okay. But then we had an entire argument or maybe discussion about why I am stealing things from other people and how I am not technically an owner of anything. I can't own anything because this is the medieval ages and women can't own things. Because I was the purple merchant.
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
The
Also-
creepy bro who hit on everyone after everyone was passing out. Who was that?
Yeah, that's the guy who's no longer allowed at the house.
Who is that?
He was a guy Dustin invited who he didn't RSVP or let Dustin know that he was coming, and then he shows up at 2 a.m, gets drunk, and then starts asking everyone their sexuality, and then starts like he was asking.
He thought it was a different kind of party.
He started asking Eric if like Eric would cuddle with him, and Eric's like, I don't think my girlfriend would like that. And he was like, I mean, like, you know, it's just cuddling, and it's like, no, I'd rather not cuddle with you, and like my girlfriend wouldn't appreciate that. It's like, well, your girlfriend's not here, and it's like she's sleeping in Avani's bed right now.
Wow, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, no, he threw his shoes off of the balcony upstairs, and he was super loud and obnoxious, and I was like, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to regret everything that you've done because you're no longer welcome in my house. And like he kept going on and after Dustin, and I'm like, Dustin's busy, okay? Leave him alone.
Wow, yeah, I didn't hear about that at all. Or see it, obviously.
Well, no. By that point, you had thrown up in the bathroom, and then I think Amanda put you in the shower.
Yeah.
And then you guys went to bed.
Yeah, that's what I hear happened.
And then in the morning, Amy saw something that she didn't want to see.
Oh my god. All of that is beautiful.
But like, you don't show up to someone's house at 2 a.m, get drunk, and then start trying to hook up with somebody.
Literally everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes
like,
to other kinds of parties where that's okay.
And the thing is, he kept trying to sass me, and I'm sitting here like, it is almost 3 a.m. I am coming off of being drunk, and I am not a happy drunk most of the time. And like, you're killing my buzz, dude. And you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But he did. And so he got yelled at. Also, Mahoney got yelled at a little bit, but that's because Mahoney was being a stubborn drunk.
Oh my god. I just remember the next day when he was in the shower for like 2 hours.
He was dying. He was dying. Like, I wanted to hang out with Nick more, but like, I was so worried that Mahoney was gonna be dead when we got home. I was like, let's just go home. Let's just go home.
Oh. Yeah. I actually felt fine the next day.
I know, which is weird. Like, even I didn't feel good, and it's like, I wasn't even drunk.
Like, the last party I was at, the Halloween party, I was so badly hungover the next day, but I didn't pass out, and I didn't throw up. But this party, I passed out, and I threw up, and I felt fine the next day.
I mean, yeah, there you go.
But I'd literally never thrown up before that party, and I've never had a night where I don't remember stuff that happened. Until that night, and probably once again.
I'm thinking about doing a party for this Hindu holiday that's coming up.
Oh yeah? What is it?
It's called Holi. It's the Festival of Colors.
I thought it was usually... Does it move the time of year?
No.
Oh, I thought it was...
No, Holi's in the spring.
I thought it was in the fall.
No, that's Diwali and Navratri.
Okay.
All of them end in eyes. It's understandable. But like we have the yard for it, and I mean honestly, who isn't going to have fun sitting there chucking
balloons of paint?
Not paint, but like just powdered dye.
Chalk.
Yeah, powdered chalk and stuff. And like as far as food and stuff is concerned, like we can either go like full on Indian or like we can do potluck again and stuff. It's just like it'll be fun.
Yeah, that would be really cool. The delayed reaction. I don't know what delayed reaction you're referring to. Oh, with the fireworks in the fire, maybe? Because I remember we were throwing firecrackers into the fire and then they'd, like, sit there and not go off for a few minutes.
And then when they did, it would freak you guys out. But, yeah, I was thinking of doing something for Holy.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And I'm sure you could talk Amanda into getting involved with that.
I just need a day with Amanda by myself to be like, listen, we gotta plan this.
And you know how she likes to go all out with parties. We literally, like, she was,
Does she want her disco ball back?
I don't know.
Because, like, it's there.
She'd probably, like, the next party, she probably want it or whatever, but...
Okay. But for now, it's sitting there making very pretty, light things on the ceiling at around 9 in the morning.
Yeah. No, but she'll literally find any excuse to decorate for a party. Like, she had, like, a girls' night a few weeks ago, and, like, she went out and got, like, pink balloons and pink, like, silverware and streamers and stuff.
Nice.
Just for, like, a girls' night of, like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there you go.
We played D&D last night with a bunch of her friends, and she, like, bought like a tablecloth runner and, like, flags that are, like, castle pennants, and got goblets for people to drink from.
Oh, wow. She went all out. Eventually, when we get the Fate campaign going, it's just like, Amanda, you come join us. Join us. You don't need to know anything about Fate. We got you. But yeah, Joey said that he's willing to DM for that one.
Something enforces traditional gender roles. Look, I didn't have anything to do with it. I'm blameless and pure.
Are you, though?
Yes. In all regards.
Uh-huh. Sure about that, Ganondorf? Mifa is blameless and pure. I don't think you are. Mifa's so adorable. Oh my god.
Some of the like group text things going around are really funny, but a lot of them just actually fall flat, in my opinion.
All of the ones where Urbosa is picking on Rivali are wonderful.
I like the one where they were changing nicknames.
Yeah.
That one was kind of funny.
I died at the one where Urbosa accidentally changed Mifa's name to asshole.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I'm like, oh my god, no. She's a precious cinnamon roll.
You're a cinnamon roll. I don't even know what that means.
Or like the ones where like Link doesn't say anything but just makes a face and Rivali just freaks the fuck out. Shut up!
Depends on the gender ratio of the yard. Rob. Oh. For sushi.
Also, Baby Sidon's fucking adorable.
This giant teeth.
I know! It was so cute! I did not like the fact that Mifa was foreshadowing her death.
No?
No. It hurt me. Because Mifa's precious and must be protected. She is the wife that must be protected. Zelda is the wife that must be rescued.
Except, like, you can't.
You failed at your job. You had one job. You failed at it.
I mean, you had two jobs by what you just explained.
I mean, this is also true.
You rescue one and protect the other. You failed in protecting the one.
And technically speaking, all of Breath of the Wild, if you didn't immediately go to rescue the one, you failed that job too.
No, but you get best ending if you get all the things.
I mean, true, but your job is to rescue her. Everyone's telling you rescue the princess. So like,
I'll get to it later. God, I gotta pick all these flowers first.
I know, I've got to stasis all these trees so I can find durians first. And save a starving woman in the desert first.
Stasising trees.
Yeah. So if you stasis, objects show up.
Oh, yeah.
So like, one of the quests that I was doing for the Thunderhelm was, you know, helping Barda get back. Barda is a dumbass.
Right.
And she's like, oh, well, if I had one hardy durian, I could make it back to Gerudo Village. And I'm like,
Yeah.
or you can hop on the sand seal that I brought you and get your ass back. No, I need a hardy durian. I need a durian. I don't have a fucking durian.
You can buy them in the market and...
Yeah, I learned that afterwards.
Oh.
So I'm running through the rainforest looking for these fucking durians, right? And like, what ends up happening is I come across 2 shrines. I complete the shrines. And then continue on my way.
Completely sidetracked.
End up getting like 8 durians. And then I'm like, I should head back and go help Barda. But then there's these crates here. So I go and destroy the crates. I'm like, after these crates, I'm gonna go help Barda. No, that is not what I did. That's still not what I did. I did eventually save her.
She'll be fine. She's been out there this long. She'll be fine a few more minutes or days or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like, the fairy fountain's right there.
Yeah. Smash cut to the rainforest. Where the fuck are the durians? And back in the desert, there's just a dead Gerudo. It's literally starved to death. Urbosa is the husband who makes you a wife.
I mean, but she is, though! She didn't get to be the baddest bitch in Hyrule for without getting, you know, without destroying some roles. I really love how this came out.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
I can't wait to paint it and fuck it up.
Or you could just paint it.
No, don't you know that's how it works? You paint something and you fuck it up.
Yeah, that's true. True.
I do have to go to Goodwill and find some shoes to butcher. Oh, look at these shoes! They're fucking green!
Yeah. But it doesn't look like the style would be too hard to find.
Oh no. Women's shoes that are pointed in the front are so easy.
I guess I should start thinking about cost plans for Dragon and Ayla.
Are you gonna make anything new, or are you gonna repair? Well, you are repairing Ganondorf.
Yeah.
But, like, what about Shakespeare and Iskander?
I don't know.
I feel like Shakespeare would be the thing to wear at Momo.
Yeah.
With Apocrypha having just ended. And people definitely do enjoy Shakespeare and Apocrypha.
And my hair is closer to his now.
Yeah. But, I will give you one thing. Because I'm pretty sure I've already told you this.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember how I would make the comment about I dropped a building on you and killed you?
Yeah.
So the anime changed that up a little bit and moved some scenes around.
Oh.
In that Shakespeare gets to torture Jean before he dies because the building collapses on him. Because Mordred killed Samaramis.
Wait, Shakespeare tortures Jean?
Yeah. He becomes useful in the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why does he do that?
He's a dick.
Really?
Yes. He's a caster. They're all dicks.
Yeah, but he'd always just been kind of more the aloof, like...
Okay, he is a useless dick.
Yeah.
But he's still a dick.
But usually more in a negligent way, more than an active way
No.
of torturing people.
No. It's more of an emotional torture than it is of a physical torture.
Okay. Makes it a little
Yeah.
Just gonna leave that one there.
Yep.
Thanks, chat. Always can count on you for insightful commentary.
Yep.
That's what I get for looking at chat.
Never look at chat. I'm barely paying attention to chat. But I'm also varnishing things that are now sticking to me.
Oh, that's how you know it's working? Right?
Suppose.
Something? I don't know. There's gotta be a right side in here somewhere.
Yeah. Somewhere. I don't know, if I paint my fingernail, or if I paint my fingers enough, I think maybe the Sharpie will come off. You think I'm joking?
Maybe.
Sharpie.
Is that from...
That's from all this.
just sharpening the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna have the most fun with, though? Like, if you don't count the props, the wig is going to be the next most difficult thing.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier. That's gonna be a hassle, but...
If I can make Asta, I can make Urbosa.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. Okay. Outline the remainder.
Woo!
Looks like I should be able to finish this up before we end for the night.
Yeah. I'm just about. I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
We did good. We did good today.
Yeah, we got a good leap on this. There's not really a whole lot to show yet, but I mean that.
There's not a whole lot to Urbosa is the thing. Like, her outfit is armor that isn't even proper armor, but because she's a badass bitch, it's okay.
You know what you should do if you really want to go overboard?
What?
You should make a thunder helm.
That's on my list. Let me see where I stand on commissions as well as Lanceria.
Yeah.
But, like, I do have a pattern. Or rather, I have a pattern for a helm in general.
Yeah. Is this pretty much what you had in mind for these?
Yeah. And then a backing to it, and a raised bit where the googly eyes are going to be going on. And the raised bit is this piece, this outline.
Right.
And hopefully I don't...
Yeah, I did better at not poking through after the first one.
Yeah. Well, I figured it was just a matter of getting practice.
Yeah.
And hopefully these 18 are enough.
Yeah. What's this else for there? Oh, Metal Gear. Huh. I must have just heard it on some other soundtrack. I've never actually played any of the Metal Gear games.
But yeah, no, I do want to make the Thunder Helm. I just need to figure out how to make it so that it fits her hair in it too.
Oh yeah, that is a problem. Unless you just make it so it's carried under your arm.
Yeah.
Because that wig is going to be...
A nightmare.
Sure.
I do have an excellent tutorial on how to make it though.
That's good.
It involves doing a lot of braiding. but the wig cost is going to run me about $100.
Yeah, because you want a good quality one.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
And
be
you have to get
getting...
some extensions.
I'm going to be getting the Epic Cosplay one. That's basically the Asta wig, except in red. And then I'm going to be getting a ponytail extension, which is another $20.
Yeah.
Plus shipping.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to use my points on this one. But, yeah. Urbosa is going to be fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun messing with people. Especially if I see a Rivali cosplayer. Hey, Big Bird!
That's probably... Oh, I don't know which is least likely, Rivali or Daruk. But I definitely saw a couple of Urbosas at Awa.
Yeah, there was a Riju running around too with an Urbosa.
Rijus, yeah. I think I got some pictures with them as Ganondorf.
Yeah.
And I think I saw at least one or two Mifas. At least they had like kind of Mifa inspired sort of thing.
Yeah, I think we saw a Sidon at Holiday Matsuri.
But like, I feel like Rivali would be really hard to do because you need feather suit. Unless you do kind of a Rivali inspired thing.
Yeah. It would definitely have to be like an inspired thing. But regardless, it'll be fun messing with links.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting.
Brown people don't get haunted. Like, we don't. If a ghost comes into my house, unless it's paying rent, it needs to get the fuck out. Try to drag me down the stairs, we're gonna see who's gonna have the last laugh after that.
Are there no kind of ghosts-like creatures in Indian myth?
I mean, there are, but we're not stupid enough to call them here.
Okay.
Like, let's be honest, in horror movies,
Yeah.
who are the idiots that use the Ouija board? It's the white people.
Right.
The brown person is like, yeah, no, fuck that, I'm out before it even starts. The black person's like, y'all done fucked up, they're out. The white people are like, oh, there's a noise over there, we should split up. Like, come on.
I can't help but think, like, when I think of stereotypical horror movie, I can't help but think of Cabin in the Woods.
I mean, you're not wrong, though, because it is the stereotypical horror movie.
And then just, like, all the explanations for, like, why that sort of stuff happens.
Yeah.
And I just love that subversion so much.
I love how it's the America side and Japan.
Right. They show, like, the primary school girls, like, trapping the evil spirit in the school.
Yeah.
In Japan. And, like, everywhere else in the world, they've defeated their monster, but
Yeah.
the Americans are the last hope.
Yeah, everywhere else is just like, nah, we got this. Like, go away. Nobody cares. Carter!
Carter denies him saying that, but I remember exactly when that was.
Wasn't that during the Until Dawn stream?
No, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was during Minecraft when he saw some skeletons.
Oh, yeah, that would be it too.
And I think he didn't say it like. I think he was mocking Philip when he said it.
Oh.
Or something like that, if I remember right.
Oh my.
I think it was during the Protect the Princess stream.
Oh. We need to do that again. That was fun.
It was. Even though it didn't work like we thought it was going to.
We had a couple of technical difficulties.
It was a lot of fun.
Nobody was a fun princess.
Or we just play the the baby suicide game.
What? Oh!
I forget what it's called.
I know what you're talking about. Markiplier was playing it.
Yeah, I was thinking that's like the totally the sort of game he would play.
Yes.
I really want to play. I was watching Video Game Donkey today, and he was playing that. It's just like so fucking hilarious.
Oh my.
I've been watching a lot of Donkey videos because I remember I watched him some in college,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like going back and like watching everything I've missed over the last few years, and he's just hilarious. Okay, one more, and then I think we'll close for the night.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really glad I got the chest plate and stuff out of the way. Because I feel like the heat gun would have been obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
But also peeling this off of the saran wrap was obnoxious. And I still have some saran wrap to peel out of this, so that's what I'm gonna sit here and do for a while.
I feel like the last row is a little more rushed than the other ones, but
It'll be fine. Things can be hidden with paint. Or Instamorph.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna call it for the night. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which means Sam and Catherine should be here. Well, not here, but there.
At Kraken Base North.
Kraken Base North. I feel like Sam mentioned. Oh, he was talking about maybe doing Indigo Prophecy, I think.
Ooh.
Or not. Wait, was it Indigo Prophecy? I think it was some pseudo 51 game. I guess you'll have to tune in tomorrow to find out for sure, because I'm not entirely certain. And then we've got lots of other fun stuff planned for the rest of the week as well.
We've got AC Shenanigans on Wednesday.
Do you have an idea of what you want to do for that?
No fucking clue.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh no, they already did Indigo Prophecy. Damn it, I get that mixed up with that other. But that's why I was thinking Indigo Prophecy, because they've already played it.
Actually, we could do episode 2 of 7 Days. Because we were gearing up for Horde Night.
Killer 7, that's what I was thinking of. Killer 7. I think he had mentioned. Anyway. Yeah, so tune in for that. I think, if that's what he ends up playing. We'll see you guys next time, though. Thanks for stopping by.